Hi, welcome back. We're just having a chuckle. Had a little reality check there. I think that's the best way to say it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, Oh, goodness, that was good. Thanks again for coming back, guys. Following off, yep. All right. So I believe Akina is coming in, is what Ocyphius referred to, so let's see what she has to say. But I know Ocyphius will come in first here. He likes it. Maybe. And welcome back. And thank you all for tuning in once again, after the break special, so to speak. We will bring Akina in. Stand by. And greetings to the human collective. This is Akina from what you would understand as your Pleiadian civilization. Once again, we are all playing in the new idea 4D, and we shall give you a perspective from the civilization of the Pleiadian collective, to ponder, to understand however you choose to understand this idea, according to, once again, your reflection to yourself of experience. The idea we wish to impart upon you is in the now. There is only one thing, now. That in and of itself is a redundant statement, is it not? It is what you call duh. But how many of you are truly understanding and not discounting the idea of always being now? The reason why we continue to talk about the redundancy of now is because, let's say, sometimes a few of you are kind of, let's say, have a thick skull. It takes a few times to penetrate through the idea that there is only here and now. And once again, understanding where you are here and where you are in time now only leads to more understanding of your, what you term, complex, multidimensional self. But in and of itself, one word defines you for ascension. Now, be that one word, and then you will accelerate into the light speed that you are already traveling by a multitude times the C factor. Don't worry about the details of the C factor, that will come. So in this understanding from the Pleiadian collective, we offer you an understanding and perspective of now. From one angle you can look at the now, from another angle you can look at the now, and from another angle you can look at the now. And you can replace, if you choose, the word angle with perspective as well. In that fashion, you can look at the same now from many different facets of the diamond, if you choose. Each of those facets, perspectives, or angle in and of themselves will have a hue, color differentiation. In that hue, color differentiation, realize there is also a vibration and also a tone. In other words, you will shade or change your own view of the same now from a different perspective of being in this particular now as a human incarnation. Yes, we understand you can look at different nows, but you are in time. So we're focusing on the one you are in the now, in time. Follow along. So in that of itself, there is a perspective to be perceived from many different, what you call, once again, angles of the now as a human in the time of now. We understand that you can look at many perspectives of time which will be perceived as different timelines, different dimensions, different selves. But we're going to stick with what you would understand as the human incarnation, the personality complex that you perceive in the mirror every day once again, and this now from these different angles. The reason why we have brought up the idea of color, hue in that fashion, the shading of your own nows from different perspectives, because that in and of itself is a vibrational state of allowance of more, let's say, color to be perceived. Since your vibrational state is now higher, you are allowing more light spectrum to be perceived in the same now. So in other words, your grass is green, your sky is blue, the sun is yellow. And within all those different colors, you will see different shadings and different ideas, your colors of the rainbow, that idea. Now we would like you to understand with your heightened vibrational state of fourth density, allow more light to actually be perceived in what you call your 3D physical eyesight. There will be more shades of color. Please do not think for 1 second there is only white to black in the rainbow and that's it, for that is immensely limiting. There are so many perspectives of vibration. All vibration is light. All light gives off a certain color. Do not think that it is white to black and that is it. You are now seeing a new perspective 4D to see colors that are, let's say, unnameable. To see shades and hues in your reality that are unnameable, incomprehensible to the logic mind of definition of color. So now that you are vibrating in that fashion, allowing this new light to be viewed in your perspective reality that you are now choosing now, angling around at all the perspectives of now, once again, because of your vibrational state. You will now see, once again, different ideas as perception, because you are allowing it in your 3D, once again, reality that you're projecting on the screen of life in that fashion. Your psyche is bringing things forth into manifestation to be realized in the 3D reality for different reasons of understanding of the comprehensible realities you are now choosing. Let's give you this idea. The reason why you birth what you would call the devil into reality as an idea from the psychic self, the psyche of humanity, is to look at it. To see it outside of you so you can, let's say, walk around it at many different angles. And once you understand that is an asset, a facet, an aspect of all that is, you're no longer it no longer serves you. You need not experience it anymore. For it is part of all that is, and it is understood. So now your human psyche selves and the higher selves are giving you new ideas. Your DNA is now in play in its fullness, in second of the 2/3 that are available that are left. 1/3 is what you were born with. The second of the 1/3 is now in play. The last of the 1/3 is yet to be revealed in its own time. So now that you understand you can perceive different wavelengths of light, the psyche of the human collective is bringing forth ideas to birth into reality for experience of many different perspectives in the same moment of reality that was unperceived until this now. Once again, you will see different lights, different hues, different colors that are once again unnameable. Now, in addition to this idea, once again, we will reiterate, thought is everything. Thought creates light. Light is a vibration. Light gives color. Light also gives tone. Now you understand that in addition, rather, to your what you would call light encoded matrix, now you are now perceiving, because of your heightened DNA awareness activating, your heightened self-love awareness allowing. Another addition will be tone. So let's put this together. You will start to hear colors. Because everything is giving off a vibration, everything is tone, everything is light, light is color. It's all the same, it's all one. But now you can pick and choose through your own understanding of allowing at this moment of now to see truly how much is truly going on in your moment of now. Once again, enhancing the belief, idea, joy of being nowhere else and nobody else except where you are and who you are right now. Falling in love, once again, with yourself and your environment that you are choosing to perceive. So now you get to see the joys, the beauty of your own creative self in the moments of now, unperceived until this now. Only validating once again how much you really want to be here, because there is so much more to perceive, so much more to experience right here, right now. Do not be in a rush once again to ascend. Do not be in a rush to experience the golden nugget for validity. Be now and see how much is truly what you would call there, which is, of course, here. Are there any questions on this? Wonderful. So once again, the idea, to reiterate, is just to experience all of your new abilities from your activated DNA that is now allowing you to perceive higher light spectrums, showing you the vastness of color, not in what you would call your rainbow, but beyond that. And that in and of itself, through sight, will transform into tone as well. So play in your new sandbox. Love who and where you are in the now, every now, and increase, of course, the rapidity of the human ascension. I shall return you to Ocyphius. This is Akina from the Pleiadian civilization. We thank you for allowing us to express our perception of what you would understand as 3D ascension to 4D of humanity. Our eternal things, Akina. Excellent. So we had a lot of good stuff today to ponder upon. A lot of good ideas to play with. Truly, there's no reason you have to try to do anything now if you look at it. You have so many ideas of 4D in your own universe that your higher selves are giving you, offering it on a silver platter. Take a bite. Get in there and play. No expectations, no results, no success, no failure, nothing except now. Realize your reality is full of so much more to perceive right now the undescribable depth of the human DNA is now being, let's say, triggered in the fashion to allow these moments of epic joy to be perceived with no effort, because it is you right now. Excellent stuff we had today for the collective. Choose what you will as your truth. Stay in your now. Love yourself forever. And ascend the collective. Once again, this is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collective Fire. Our eternal thanks and gratitude to you all for choosing humanity. How brave you are. Until our next now, be now. I bid you a good moment.
Awesome.
That was cool. Oh, yeah. You know, and I have this weird thing how I meditate. And I don't meditate like all the time. I do different kinds, wake. You know, just gazing, that kind of thing. But I always did this since I was little. I would stand on one leg and put my foot on the knee of the leg I was standing. And I just stand there, and I never thought about balance, and I can stand there for like 2-3 hours. You know, I've done it before. Usually it's about half an hour, and I'm just gazing. But I was doing this a couple of weeks ago when they were telling us about sacred geometry coming into play. And the first experience I had was in the lucid state. I woke up and I was kind of asleep, kind of awake, and I looked at my ceiling fan. And you know how a propeller on an airplane kind of, and you see the thing. Well, the ceiling fan turned into a total sacred geometry. It was like a snowflake changing, you know, to a different pattern, and I'd focus in on one of the blades in an area, and it was changing, and there was intricate, beautiful patterns, and I was like, cool, and I was laughing. I was like, this is awesome, you know. And then I went outside, and you know, a couple days later, and I had my cup of coffee, and I'm standing there just like gazing and standing on one foot and just disappearing into the now. And I was looking down at the grass, and the grass started doing patterns. It was like a circular pattern, and then it would like, holy cow, there's an entire pattern in this, you know. And I haven't experienced any of the colors that Akina was talking about, but what I have experienced is, it's like I got an HD TV in front of me now. Everything is that much more crisp, that much more clearer. It's so vibrant. So now I think, you know, as we are allowing the vibration to, or we're accepting our own vibration that's there, that we already are, however we want to put that together in your mind, it's allowing us to be that much more aware of the beauty that's truly around us. You know, I know people like, well, I didn't notice that, or I didn't think, because you're so focused. I mean, that's easy to understand. Oh, there's a squirrel getting a little water. Hi, baby. So, the vibrant that I'm seeing around, the patterns, the clouds, it's like you can almost reach out and touch it now, that is just so beautiful and so crisp and so defined. Before it was just like a blur, because I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't now.
See, because I have experienced the color as sound, and I really think that that's what Beethoven was doing. And,
oh yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, because when he lost his hearing, it was nature that inspired him. It was the things that were going on around him that he saw that created the music for him. And you know, it was in response to that. So the sounds were the colors and the rhythms and the movement that he was seeing.
That he was seeing in his own third eye idea, and just putting together this whole symphony. And you know, he saw in color in that. You know, I love the color thing, because you know, that Nakudu, the higher self Hathor, I mean, when I'm toning, I see the visuals of the colors dancing, you know. And I haven't really put that together until now, that we can actually hear color.
Well, and even when I was doing the painting of Gabriel,
The one you did, yeah.
I was seeing colors that I could not reproduce on the canvas. And so that's why I layered and layered and layered and layered to try and build that luminosity that I see in my mind's eye.
Right, I see the colors in Akina is giving me a visual of, oh, again, wow, you're right, Akina, it doesn't have words. But there's like, I think when you said layering, that brought a little better clarity, because the hues on the overlapping colors gives a new color that's undefinable to the spectrum of what we've been seeing. You know? Beyond ultraviolet. Beyond that perception.
Yeah, particularly the light on her face. You know,
on Gabriel's face?
Yes, was, I mean, trying to translate that into 3D brush and paint. It's like,
you couldn't do it. You can't do it.
It's like I'm doing the best I can. Okay.
Right. So now I'm seeing it. Now I'm seeing it. And again, didn't she say that we can't explain it to another person? They have to perceive it for themselves. Because that experience cannot be matched by any words. Anything that we're defining as a symbol or a translation of what is known to humankind at this time. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Awesome.
Yeah. So I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, it was weird because Akina was talking and we had more that were saying stuff and she was pausing. It was they were doing some
to integrate that into what she was.
Yeah, in this, and she was like,
well, because Ocyphius, he's like the gatekeeper, like,
right, right,
and
he's
you know,
like,
okay, you want to bring this concept in, okay,
right.
then it's going to be you, and you get to talk,
right.
But even those, you know, like Akina, she's listening to everybody else who's here,
right,
and trying to bring
incorporate
in
that,
all of that, and
that's
integrate that.
She paused and I was like listening, and they were like, and then she's like, oh, you put it together like this.
Yes.
Really cool. Good stuff. Awesome. Well, I think that's it.
Yay.
Thank you once again, everyone out there. I love you so much. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.